Israel is a land rich in history and faith, where the stories of three major religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, are deeply interwoven. For the Jewish people, Israel holds special significance, representing both their ancient homeland and their spiritual heart. After centuries of exile and occupation, the desire to reclaim the land and rebuild their house of worship has never faded. But what does this restoration mean for the Jewish people and the world at large? Let's explore this important question. Israel, officially known as the State of Israel, is a small but historically significant country located in the Middle East, bordered by Lebanon to the north, Syria to the northeast, Jordan to the east, Egypt to the southwest, and the Mediterranean Sea to the west. The country has been inhabited for thousands of years and has seen the rise and fall of numerous empires, from the Israelites to the Babylonians, Persians, Greeks, and Romans. The story of ancient Israel began when the 12 tribes settled in the land of Canaan, which includes present-day Israel, the Palestinian territories, and parts of the surrounding region. Around 1000 BCE, these tribes united under King Saul, marking the start of the United Monarchy. King David, who succeeded Saul, established Jerusalem as the capital of Israel, and his son Solomon built the first temple on the Temple Mount. This temple became the center of Jewish worship and a symbol of the covenant between God and the Jewish people. After Solomon's reign, the kingdom split into two, with the northern kingdom of Israel falling to the Assyrians in 722 BCE, followed by the southern kingdom of Judah's conquest by the Babylonians in 586 BCE, which led to the destruction of the first temple. The Babylonian Empire was eventually overthrown by the Persians, whose ruler, Cyrus the Great, allowed the Jewish exiles to return and rebuild their temple in Jerusalem. This marked the beginning of the Second Temple period. For centuries, Jerusalem remained the spiritual center for the Jewish people, even as empires changed hands and new religions emerged. Christianity took root in the region during the 1st century CE, with Jesus of Nazareth preaching in and around Jerusalem. The city is also central to Islamic tradition, as the Prophet Muhammad is believed to have ascended to heaven from there during the night journey. Jerusalem, therefore, holds profound religious meaning not only for Jews, but also for Christians and Muslims. For Jews, the city is their spiritual home, referenced countless times in the Hebrew Bible, and the location of the Western Wall, a sacred site of prayer and pilgrimage. Christians revere Jerusalem as the place where Jesus was crucified, buried, and resurrected, with the Church of the Holy Sepulchre standing as one of the holiest Christian sites. Muslims cherish Jerusalem as Al-Quds, the third holiest city in Islam, with the Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Dome of the Rock being key landmarks in the city. While Jerusalem is a city of deep spiritual significance, it is also a focal point of conflict. Since the destruction of the Second Temple by the Romans in 70 CE, the Jewish people have been without a temple, and the idea of building the Third Temple remains a sensitive and highly contested issue. Rebuilding the temple on the Temple Mount, where the Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa Mosque currently stand, would have enormous political, religious, and environmental consequences. Obstacles. What are the challenges to constructing a new temple? Since the destruction of the Second Temple, various groups have moved into the region, transforming the demographic and religious landscape. The Temple Mount, a site revered by Muslims as well as Jews, is at the heart of Jerusalem, one of Israel's busiest and most sensitive areas. Any attempt to reclaim the land for the purpose of building the third temple would likely provoke significant social and political unrest, as the region's control is contested between Israel and Palestine. The city's infrastructure, including schools, hospitals, and archaeological sites, would also be strained by large-scale construction. Beyond the logistical challenges, there are deep religious tensions. While the Jewish people see the Temple Mount as their rightful heritage, Muslims revere it as the site of their holy mosque. The presence of the Dome of the Rock on the Temple Mount has led to long-standing religious conflicts, with Jews being banned from visiting the site. Muslims have historically denied the existence of previous Jewish temples in the area until the findings of British archaeologist Robert Hamilton in 1927 provided evidence of a mikveh, a Jewish ritual bath, beneath the mosque. This discovery confirmed the presence of an ancient temple, as the mikveh was essential to Jewish ritual purification practices. In preparation for the possible rebuilding of the temple, the Sanhedrin, a re-established Jewish religious council, has taken steps to lay the groundwork for a future temple. Since 2004, this council has been working to revive Jewish laws and temple services. One of their major initiatives has been the cultivation of farms and forests to recreate the environmental conditions needed for ancient rituals. This agricultural work is crucial because plants play an important role in many temple rituals. Despite these efforts, the Sanhedrin faces skepticism from some quarters, as well as environmental concerns about the impact of temple construction on the local ecosystem. Nonetheless, they remain committed to their goal of fulfilling the prophecies related to the Third Temple. Another important preparation has been the training of the Kohanim, or priests. These individuals are descendants of Aaron, the brother of Moses, and have traditionally served important roles in temple rituals. Although their duties have been largely symbolic in recent times, they are being trained in anticipation of a future temple where they would perform their religious functions. The question of whether to rebuild the temple remains highly contentious. Many Jewish people view it as a religious necessity and a fulfillment of biblical prophecy, while others worry about the consequences for peace and stability in the region. What are your thoughts? Should Israel move forward with its plans for the Third Temple, despite the challenges it faces? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth content like this.